Hello, second graders. Today we're going to talk about the different states of matter. Matter is all around us. Everything that we see or we can touch, and even things that we can't see, is made up of matter. So your car is made up of matter, your pencil is made up of matter, your house is, air, water, everything is made up of matter. So the three different states of matter are solids, liquids, and gases. So a solid has a definite shape and a definite volume. It stays the same. You can't change the shape or the volume of a solid. The only way that it can be changed is if it is broken. So this is because the atoms that make up the solid are packed closely together that they can't move. So it stays the same. So an example of a solid would be a pen or a pencil, because you can't change its shape or its volume unless you break it. Another example would be a bowl. You can't change the shape, there's no change in it. The only way that you can change it is if you break it. So solids have definite shapes and definite volumes. The next state of matter is a liquid. So liquids, they have a definite volume, but they do not have a definite shape. The atoms are close together, but not as close as the solid, so they have enough room to move around a little. So liquids take up the shape of the container that they are in, but they don't always fill the container completely. So they have a definite volume, but not a definite shape. So their shape can change. For an example, water is a liquid, and you see it takes up the container that it's in. Well, if I put it in a different container, the shape is changing, but the volume is not. It's still the same amount of water. So water is a liquid. Other liquids may be your sweet tea, grape juice, whatever. Those are liquids. Our next state of matter are gases. So gases do not have a definite shape or volume, and atoms in a gas are far apart and can move completely freely. So gases can take up and take the shape of the container that they're in, and they fill it completely because the atoms are so far apart that they can move completely freely. So like in your house, you have gases. The air that you breathe is a gas. The gas takes up completely all the space in your house because the atoms are so far apart. Air that we breathe is an example, and water vapor is an example of a gas. Sometimes matter can change from one state to the next. For example, water. When water is frozen as ice, it is a solid. But when it melts, it becomes a liquid. And when that water is heated, it evaporates and it turns into water vapor, which is a gas. So water can be all three states. It just depends on what its circumstances are. So the main things that you need to remember from this video is 1, the three states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. A solid has a definite shape and a definite volume. Liquids have definite volume but not a definite shape. And gases do not have a definite shape or volume. And then that water can be all states of matter depending on its circumstances. So I hope that you've learned a lot, and I hope that you know more about the states of matter, and I will see you tomorrow in class.